Hello friend, we have to see the Fronhofer diffraction on a single slit. In this, Fronhofer uses a single slit and a parallel beam of light from a monochromatic source having a wavelength lambda is normally incident on that single slit whose width is A. The diffracted light is made to focus by using a lens on this screen, and the screen is kept at a distance capital D from slit, and this distance between the slit and screen is very large as compared to slit width. Now here this slit is considered to be divided into large number of small elements known as a slit element, and when a monochromatic light is incident on this slit, each element of the slit according to Huygens principle acts as a secondary source of light and they emit secondary waves. Now here the secondary wave OD focus at point P0 on the screen, and the path difference of a light waves which are at equidistance from O in the upper half and in the lower half of the slit to focus at point P0 is 0. This path difference is 0. Hence here this point P0 is a bright point known as a central bright point, or it is also known as a central maxima. Now we have to see the position of the secondary minima here. The secondary waves traveling along the direction OE is inclined at an angle theta with OD. Therefore here the secondary waves OE and all the waves which are parallel to OE, they meet at point P on the screen. This point P is at a distance y from the central maxima, that is a point P0. Now here the intensity of this point P depends upon the path difference between the extreme light waves which meets at a point P. That means here that path difference is dc. Therefore here point P, the intensity of point P depends upon this path difference bc. Now here from triangle ABC, sine of angle theta, that is equals to BC upon AB. Therefore here BC, that is the path difference, BC, that is equals to AB sine theta, as AB is a slit width, small a, therefore here path difference BC is equals to A sine theta. If this path difference BC is equals to the wavelength of a light wave, that is a lambda, the point P is a point of minima. And so as to explain this, let us suppose that in this the slit is divided into two equal parts, part OA in upper half and part OB in lower half. The path difference between the extreme light waves in the upper half of the slit, that is from point O and point A, is lambda by 2. Also here the path difference between the extreme light waves in the lower half, that means path difference between the light waves emitted from the point O and point B so as to reach point P is again lambda by 2. That means here we get here a destructive interference at point P. Hence here in that case point P is a point having minimum intensity known as a point of minima, and it is known as a first secondary minima. Thus here, if the path difference between the extreme light waves is equal to either 2 lambda or 3 lambda and so on up to n lambda, then here in that case the point P is a point of minima. Same point of minima is observed on the another side from point P0. That means here toward this side also. Now here for any nth secondary minima in the diffraction, the path difference between the two extreme light waves, that is BC, as we know that it is equals to A sin theta, and for any nth point of minima we write it as A sin theta n. That should be equals to integral multiple of wavelength lambda, that means plus or minus n lambda. Here positive sign is for those secondary maxima which are in a upper part from P0, and negative sign is for the minima which are at lower side from P0 here in this case. Now here this angle theta gives the direction of the minima. That means here theta n gives the direction of any nth minima, and it is obtained by using this equation sin theta n. From this equation sin theta n, that is equals to plus or minus n lambda upon A, where n takes any value from 1, 2, 3 and so on. After this we have to see the secondary position of the secondary maxima. Now here for secondary maxima, if the path difference between the extreme light waves is equal to or multiple of half a wavelength, we get a secondary maxima at point P. Therefore here for any nth secondary maxima, the path difference A sin theta n should be equals to plus or minus twice n plus 1 into lambda by 2, or we may write this equation as plus or minus n plus 1 by 2 times n 1 by 2 into lambda, where n takes value 1, 2, 3 and so on. And as here this angle theta gives the direction of any nth maxima, the direction of the any nth maxima is determined by using equation sin theta n is equals to plus or minus n plus lambda by 2 multiplied by n plus 1 by 2 multiplied by lambda by A. Now here the distance of any nth maxima or minima from the central maxima on any one side from the central maxima we see in the next part.